All right, so here we have the ID of the course that we're parsing from this path, right? That is changing over time, right? If I navigate to a different course, I'll have a different ID. So what we'd like to be able to do is use that ID to fetch data about that specific course and perhaps display it here. And I believe we have an API for doing that. In the generic server, right? We have a list of courses. This is a list of courses that we are displaying. Now this API also allows you to retrieve individual courses, if you know the ID of the course that you care about. So for instance, if we know that ID, right, we can append it at the end, right, and we have the details of that particular course. Okay, so we can use that API, we can copy that, and we can in the component that we're rendering, right, now that we know the course ID, we can go fetch the details about that course and copy it maybe into a local copy, right, of the course, which might be an empty a course that might have an initial value. Actually, this should be equal. That might have a default ID, right? It might have maybe a default title. We can just create the schema of that course. What we'll do is that we're going to, now that we have the course, we're going to override, we're going to go fetch the course from the remote API, and we're going to copy it into a local variable. All right, so let's do right here. We're going to say fetch. We're going to go out to the server, right? Now instead of using, well, actually no, instead of using that string, we'll use this syntax for the string. So instead of using this hard-coded course ID, we're going to use our local course ID that we parsed from the path variable, right? So we're going to have here a placeholder. We're going to say this course ID, this dot course ID. That's going to retrieve the response from the server, right? We're going to parse out. We're going to parse out the JSON body. And then hopefully that will give us the actual course from the server, which we're going to copy into our local course. Right? Once we have that, I think I'm going to spell this here. Once we have that, right, we could, in the component HTML, render, the actual name of the course, right? And this will be, course and then the title of the course that is coming from the server. So let's see if we can get that to work. Okay, so if we refresh, there it is. We have 5200, right? If we go back and we click on 5500, we'll have 5500. If we go back and retrieve 5610, it'll be 5610. There we go. Excellent.